So you could say the primary and the secondary are like the masculine, and the tertiary colors, the 6 on the outside of the wheel, are the more feminine, coming from the combination of the other two. So basically, the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, are your fire signs. The primary fire signs, red, yellow, blue, the action. These are the 3 colors used in advertisement, used to get noticed, to get attention. They're the most common used elements. You see red signs, yellow signs, blue signs. That's it. These are the 3 main colors, most powerful. They're fire, and the fire is masculine. It projects its energy. Masculine association. Everybody can relate to all of the 12 signs. So I don't mean it like that. It's just part of the literacy. Astrology. In the secondary colors are the air signs. They're the second masculine. Fire and air are the masculine signs. In between them are the feminine signs. They balance each other. But here are the colors. Orange becomes Gemini. Green is Libra, the balance color. Purple is Aquarius. It's knowledge and ideas. It's wintertime, it's colder. But this is the secondary colors. You get these colors by mixing the other 3. And you get with the orange, green, and the purple. And the fire and the air signs in the zodiac are the masculine signs. And they're the fire and air. And in mythology, in spiritual literacy, in magical literature, mythological literacy, liturgical literacy, you're going to see references to these male and female signs, to the masculine signs, to the air, to the Bible. What is the bull, the lion, the eagle, and the angel? The 4 elements at the feet of God. At the foot of it, all of these are codes. I mean, once you see this, you can't read the book of Revelations without understanding it's a guide to inner understanding and to reflecting on the development of what happens as you come to your spiritual insight and how it changes your perspective of the world outside. But, okay, orange, green, and purple, masculine signs, air signs. Then the primary and secondary. So here they are together, the masculine signs, fire and air signs. There's your 6 basic colors, and the masculine signs. Every other sign, Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Sag, and Aquarius. The other signs that want to project, they want to put their energy, they want to make a difference, they want to be noticed, they want to be seen, the air signs to be listened to be heard, the air signs to be active, to be doing things, the fire and the air. So anytime you use these colors, you can understand this. The colors, because the colors are the signs of the zodiac, are the colors. The colors express what the sign of the zodiac is better than words could. How can you describe red? Well, the best you could come to is coming to Aries and talking about Aries. But you can't use red to talk about Scorpio. It's different. Now, there's different frequencies here, different subtleties, but right now we're just making the basic association of the signs, the seasons to the colors. We've already done it by the light in the spectrum and how the phases come in. Now we're doing it with the structures within the mathematics, the mathematical side, or the subdivisions of the zodiac. So when these 2 merge, they create the 6 tertiary colors, the water and the earth signs. So Taurus is the red-orange, Cancer is the amber, the orange-yellow, Virgo is the yellow-green, Scorpio is the blue-green, Capricorn is the indigo, this would be darker, and Pisces is the burgundy. But these are all reflective qualities. These are reflective colors. They're not used as much in advertisement except to play down or to accentuate the brighter colors. And so you have the projective colors, you have the reflective colors. You have the fire and air signs, the primary and secondary colors. You have the water and earth reflective signs. And some are more practical. The earth is the more practical. The red, orange, the yellow, green, or the khaki, and the dark blue are the practical colors. And the emotional or sensitive colors are the water signs is the amber, the teal, the aquamarine, and the burgundy. That's very distinct feeling. You mix them. You see that we interrelate to these colors all the time. We see people wearing different colors. They have different impressions. When you start seeing the astrology, it's just like this. Your mind opens up and you just start reacting and seeing these things. So when you put them all together, you have your zodiac, and you have the Aries, the Taurus, the Gemini, the Cancer, the Leo, the Virgo, the Libra, the Scorpio, the Sag, the Capricorn, the Aquarius, Pisces, all around in the circle, in sequence, in their order, and there's your zodiac. And there's the relationship to the zodiac. So anytime you want to understand the color, it's that zodiac sign. Purple, Aquarius, Leo, yellow. You know, the winter sign Aquarius, where it's still darker color. It's a practical thinking color. Leo is a notice me color. You meet people wearing all yellow and just wow, you don't see that in the wintertime very often. Okay, this is the point where the colors fit to the seasons. The yellow and the sunshine and the brightness of Leo and the noticing of Leo, that's the summertime. How could that possibly be a winter sign? I guess seeing is believing. When you see it, you relate to it. Observe it. Watch. Think about it. We're just tuning into another dimension of understanding. We have our logic. We have our rationale. We've built up our logical deductions of it. We've watched the experiential side of light and darkness. Now we're adding the light and darkness. We're adding colors to it. We're adding a whole other dimension of expression to this. So the colors can express a chart without words better than anything. So you have the masculine signs and the feminine signs. So the masculine and feminine signs, it's just tied into the sequence of the colors and to the light and darkness and how it works around. Then you have the cardinal fixed mutable, was tied into the 4 seasons, and the 1, 2, 3 elements within each season fit on top of that. And there are layers of understanding. This is the drawing I did, colored pencils, back in 1970, when I was getting visions of astrology and the beginnings of astrology, and was seeing the color that was so incredible. But this was in the center, the circle in the center is the sun and the zodiac. This is the rays coming out from the sun, the 12 rays coming out from the sun. It's a circle, but it's also been made to be like a pyramid with the fixed signs coming out, like a flower coming out to represent the fixed signs. Okay, more grounded, you might say. But then the outer circle, there's 4 outer circles, and they're really moving around the edge of the sun. So as you move around the edge of the sun, there's 4 main points, the equinoxes and the solstices. So it takes the same color and puts it around the earth for the zodiac of the earth. And the zodiac of the earth, as it moves at each of the equinoxes and solstices, you see there's a slight distortion from just radiating clearly from the sun to being further away from the sun and moving around it. We still have the zodiac, but it's got a moving factor moving around it. So to me, this was like the cross of color, or the mystical cross, but all in circles and spheres and colors, and represented by the sun, the soul, the heliocentric and the geocentric astrology. It's a lot more. I'm not going to go further into it, but I just have included here because it's ways of color. The colors are expressing. You can see which color, what sign of the zodiac it is. You can see here Capricorn, here's the dark, even there the darkness isn't as dark as it should be. You have the green, teal, blue, true blue, and then the dark blue is the indigo, the deep blue, that's the Capricorn, then the Aquarius, then the Burgundy, and it goes around. One day I had like these all done with colored pencils. I could never print them because it would have cost too much. I would have to make 5,000 copies and cost so much back then. Now it can be done on the thing, but might be nice to make some posters for some of these drawings. Okay, so now we're going to go through this, seeing it in the zodiac. Okay, we saw it as circles and spheres and bubbles and how they come together, but this is how we see it in the zodiac. The stars are round, they're going around the centers of this round. This is a tropical thing. This is inside my color sphere, my sphere of color, my color orientation. And here's the three: red, yellow, and blue primary, the fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Aries and Leo both in the daylight is greater. Of course, Aries' daylight is greater, daylight is increasing. It's red, it's active, I gotta do more. Leo, daylight's greater, but night is increasing. It wants to be noticed, wants other people to notice, but it's gotta be my way. It's the light. But the dark blue, the dark blue is on the darker side of it, and it's looking around for colors, being aware, understanding color could, warmth or light can disappear. How do you run around the fire? How do you learn about it? How do you understand the repercussions of the light going into the darkness with the blue? So, but these three, they're all active. They all get along with each other. These are our fire signs. No, exactly on yet. No, I like it.